History consists of a whole lot of people with many different ideas, different places that they come from, different economic backgrounds that they have. It gets very difficult then to organize all that into a meaningful, clear presentation, either in the form of a written presentation or a spoken presentation. And that's ultimately what this video is going to have for us. I would argue that outlining and the skill of outlining helps us place history in a clear context, in a clear, organized manner. Because in the end, yes, I do want you to do your homework, just like Uncle Sam here. Your year does not have to be like this, though. First of all, let's clarify what an outline is and why it's this teacher's chosen method of understanding each chapter. Outlining is a way to organize information in such a way that you can clearly see the difference between main ideas and supporting information. In history textbooks, this is essential, as it is easy to get lost in the trees and lose sight of the forest. Here's what it looks like. Notice there are no bullets. You have the most general information with the Roman numeral 1, most general information. Underneath that, we have the A point with general information. With number 1, we have more specific information, and couched between that, we have the little a with even more specific, and finally with a little I, the most specific information. Here's what it's going to look like in your textbooks. The Roman numerals will be the section headings. Okay? A will be the subsection. 1 will be supporting information related to that. The little a will be specific examples, and the little I will be details of those examples. What I want you to notice, though, is that at each level of information, the text is tabbed over. The 1 point fits neatly under the first letter of the A point, and the little a fits neatly under the 1 point, and so on. This keeps the information clearly separated. So let's apply those skills to one seriously important question. Hopefully many of you watched the championship games, or at least have heard something about them, and have paid some attention to the careers of Michael Jordan and LeBron James. The question that keeps arising is, who's the best ever? Let's play that out a little bit. My intro for a 4-paragraph essay might look something like this. In my introduction, I might look at LeBron James having an amazing year. Championships, he was on fire. Another MVP under his belt. Question arising, is he the best ever? The C point here is my thesis. Well, James can match or even surpass the greatest ever, Michael Jordan, offensively and defensively, but it remains to be seen if he can maintain this. Notice at the A point here, I'm getting at the broader background, or setting the scene, with James having this phenomenal career. I'm narrowing it down to the specific focus that I'm going to have for this essay of, is he the best ever? And then in the final point of my intro, I established my thesis. This is a pretty standard format for how you'll be setting up your essays. My first body paragraph will look something like this. You have Jordan versus James offensively. Shooting, you have Jordan versus James. Jordan wins here, 30.1 to 27.1. Notice that I'm getting at more specific information here. Jordan versus James, percentage-wise shooting, Jordan's got him at 50 versus 49. Yet they tie with three-pointers, and with rebounds per game, James easily has him surpassed. Again, I'm setting up my case here. You can recognize that at the A point, what I'm primarily focusing on is that paragraph is on the shooting. My B point might get at something like the assist or teamwork involved there, both offensive skills, and they separate out the supporting information from the more specific information. My next video will get more specifically at how to take outline notes out of your text throughout different parts of the chapter and the different stages of the pre-reading and the reading, as well as the notes. But for right now, the basic outlining skills that we went over earlier, I hope, make some sense, as well as the depictions here up above, and kind of laying out the more specifics. Whether or not we're looking at the world before 1600, the early Americas, or the more specific empires of Mesoamerica. Again, recognize the different levels of information there. Likewise with Columbus here, looking at Columbus's impact all the way to the more specific points of his impact. Again, folks, hope you managed to make some good use out of this, and happy outlining, everyone.